Hi, welcome back to part 2, going off plot. Now what that means is we're going to create a shape, the shape of this main body of this house. We're going to create a shape off plot and take it away from the plot so we can work on it where I call out in space. Just my term. I need to shape the shape of this L right here. So to get that shape, I'm going to use this foundation as a template. I select face, I'll select create, and then I'll plant these 3 verts, which will give me my shape. Now you can't plant a vert on top of an already existing vert, so you need to move just a teeny ways off of any vert. I just pick a little distance away and plant one there, and I do the same on this one and the same on this one, and there's my triangular shape that I'm going to use to shape into an L now. So I'm going to select vert and add. I'm going to add one right there. Use the move tool to move it down across the front. So we're selecting the shape of our house here. Now I'm going to split it again, or add a vert. Select the move tool. Move it just a little ways above here, about the same distance as these are. And then I need one more to bring down to this corner. So I'll add a vert there. Select move and bring that down like the others, just a teeny bit off. Now when I finally get this house finished, this is really close to the actual size of the foundation. But when I get it finished and bring it back on plot and set it down in place, I will then do a final adjustment around the foundation. I want the house to be just a tiny fraction bigger than the foundation. If you make the house a little bit smaller and get inside the foundation a little bit, you can see the top of the foundation. It leaves a white line across the screen that just jumps out at you. So the trick to there is to make sure the house slightly overlaps the top of the foundation, just enough where you can't see it from the top view. So with that being said, I'm going to take this shape here that I just made and move it out into space and get it away from my plot. I already have one vert selected here. I'll select one more, and then I'm going to get a perspective view and zoom in on it, and here's my shape sitting out here in space. See, I'll turn on the edges and verts. There you are, my plot right there above it. So close that it would be so easy while you're working on this to accidentally drag something from the top or move it. So that's why we need to get it away from this plot. So I'm going to drag select this whole piece, and from the top I'm going to back away, turn this way, and I'm on the X axis. I'm going to pull this straight sideways and move it out into this area. Okay, doing this will allow me to get under the house and work upward without having to worry about snagging anything. Also, it keeps me from having to work down through this plot and trying to do anything with it. So I'm still up here pretty level with the plot. So I want to back away down here. Should allow me to back away down here at the bottom like this. And I should be able to just drag this right straight down. Let me get a little bit further back and do that. That's more like it. Just want to get it down far enough where the plot is not so close. I'll check it here now and see what it looks like. Turn around and take a look upward. Okay, that's good enough. Still, you need to be careful anyway. So here we are out in space, and I'm going to select the top view, and I'm going to then divide this up into the sections that I need for my peaks. So I'll need edges going straight down the middles of these to create the peaks of the house. I'll put one here in this center, and I'll need one down here at equal distance away, so I can get that by finishing this line. I'm going to turn off these textures so that, oops, wrong one. That red kind of distracts me. And I'll put a vert across from this one and line these up. Select my rotate tool, rotate this over, and then I'll get in close and I'll line this line up with this one so it's straight across. Now, some people say that you can also use these coordinates to move these things around, and you can. I've done it myself, but I find it easier to just kind of eyeball this. So I'll select vert and move, and I'll move this up, which is a straight line now. So that has that pretty well leveled up with this one. Now I'm going to split each of these ends for my gables. I'm going to use the edge splitter because it always splits it dead center, no matter where I click, like right there or right here. Now I'll rotate these edges around. Now I have my eave of the house, or the gable, running down the center now. I'll need one over here, so I'll split this one, and I'm going to split this one and rotate this one back to the center, and those are pretty straight. Now I need the peak of this to come out right about in this area. So I'm going to split this one and rotate that one, and there's my peak. Now I need to drag this back and get it near this peak. It does not join the peak, it comes up a little bit short. This vert's in the way, this edge is in the way, so I'm going to need to flip it around. And now I can select the verts and pull this back to within the distance I think it was. Now that's close enough. Now I'll line it up with this, so this is looks like we got a good straight peak there. Okay, now this section is going to be shorter than this section because we're coming up short here, and you'll see what I'm talking about in the next video. So that completes this part. We've got it shaped and ready to turn into a house. So I'll see you in part 3, and thanks for watching.